All right, so let's identify whether the following data is quantitative or qualitative. Now remember, quantitative means that it's numerical in nature, and qualitative means that it is not numerical in nature. And while we're at it, we'll go into discrete and continuous if we have quantitative data. So let's look at one. Number one is gender. Well, that's male or female. So that is not a number. It is qualitative. All right, time to run a mile. Well, time is a number, so that is quantitative. All right, now realize if it's a counting number, it is discrete. But if we can have decimals in between, it is continuous. Time we can certainly measure with decimals. We could say that it took me 8.5 minutes to run a mile. So this is a continuous variable. All right, well, number of soccer goals scored. A number is definitely going to be quantitative. And we won't have any decimals when we talk about the number of goals scored. So this is a counting number. It's going to be discrete. All right, number four, political preference. Well, this could be Republican, Democrat, or some third party, independent, whatever it might be. That's not numerical, so that's qualitative. Distance to drive to work. Your distance is a number, so that is quantitative. And let's realize that it's not necessarily a counting number. I might live 5.4 miles from work. Since there can be that decimal in there, this is continuous. All right, number six, the number of children. Again, number is always quantitative. And I'm certainly not going to have, spelling a little bit. I'm certainly not going to have half a child. I can only have counting numbers, so that is discrete. All right, now lastly, this was the one that's going to fool people. A Social Security number. You might think this is quantitative, but realize that we don't use a Social Security number to make calculations. We can't add Social Security numbers and get anything that means anything. So a Social Security number is really a form of identification, just like your name is a form of identification. So Social Security number is really qualitative because it isn't used to do any calculations whatsoever.